This episode of The Instance is brought to you by Audible.com. Go to audiblepodcast.com/wow and get a free audiobook on us. That's audiblepodcast.com/wow. And by Doghouse Systems at doghousesystems.com. How about a free solid-state drive? You can get that now by using the code FROGPANTS when you check out at doghousesystems.com. 3, 2, brr.
You're listening to The Instance.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Instance, episode 427. My name is Scott Johnson. Today is Friday, October 9th, 2015. Joining me as always, actually, it's a full house today. We got Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Woohoo! Full house! This is amazing! It's gonna be an incredible show. I'm so happy I'm here today, and I'm not sure why I'm talking like this.
I don't either, man. You're
You
just
don't sound sincere. You sound like you're not happy to be here.
Yeah, you're not happy to be
That's
here?
the worry.
Well, to be fair, you two are here as well, Terpster and Gregory,
Yeah, kind of.
William Dills.
Yeah.
Usually I have
fine.
the entire show to myself. I can, sound like I'm not too much of an idiot, but when you're here, you point out when I'm an idiot. So it's really frustrating for me.
Who called?
Can I just tell you how much of an idiot that statement just made you sound like?
See?
See, it
Told
happened. It happened again. Gregory William Dills.
Every time.
That's me.
I
See?
like that
Okay,
for him.
first of all, Gregory William Dills. Come on, man. Just say Dills.
Dude, you have like 3 names.
Only his
You have 3 names.
only
Just,
listen. Only his grandmother with dyslexia calls him Gregory William Dills.
Well, there's one other guy too. There's like a delivery guy who thinks like we're buddies, who shows up at my work almost every single day
oh, I love
to
those
deliver
guys.
things. And he's like, "What's up, Greg?" And I'm like, "Okay, first of all, you gotta shorten someone's last name. Second of all, like it's Willie. Come on,
Come on,
Well,
buddy.
we've gotten to the point now where I can't correct him anymore. It's too late.
Yeah, that's what it is with those delivery dudes. You can't, you
No,
can't trust
no.
them, and they all do think. I just want to point this out. They all think they're your best buddy.
Oh yeah.
Every
Well, we are
time.
best buddies, but he just doesn't know my name.
Yeah,
so.
tell him to bring me an
Yeah,
iPhone.
the thing is, if you don't agree that you're best buddies with them, you might not get your deliveries next time.
Very
so
true. Very
Oh,
true.
yeah.
you don't dare disagree with them when they're showcasing their
Yeah.
best buddies.
Call me what you want, man. Just keep bringing those sweet.
Give me my
Amazon
Prime.
packages.
Yeah.
Terpster, you'll like this. I was talking to my brother-in-law a couple days ago, and he's a fan of The Instance, has listened for years. And he
Okay.
says, "Yeah, I don't listen to it as much. Like, I'll check it if Terpster's on, but if he's not on there, I kind of will skip that one." He tells me.
There you
What?
go. What
Ah.
a
Yeah, I know.
legend.
Well, to be honest, I don't enjoy the shows where Terpster is not on all that much.
I'll
so
be honest. I skip
understand.
the ones Terps is
I
not on.
skip the
Yeah.
ones I'm
Yeah.
not on as well. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, oh, wait, so that's in addition to all the others that you skip, which is all of them, right? Because you
Well,
don't.
no. I was just, I listened to all of them, Scott. I love the show, and I like last week.
Yeah.
you and Patrick, you were saying about the.
That one thing. Oh wait.
Oh my god!
Oh wait,
And
Scott was sick and
I
we didn't have
remember
a show.
saying, like,
oh,
my
yeah.
god, Patrick, you can't say that. And Patrick said it. Oh man, it was good.
It was.
Yeah, that was great.
Never,
So,
never
yeah.
forget.
But
never forget.
I
was
do
good,
love them
yeah.
all, Scott. It's like having a favorite child. Of course you have one, but you don't talk about it.
Right.
So,
Not
Yeah,
in the
let's
next
move on.
company. Yeah, sure.
Well,
So
Terpster, you did the right thing. You just have one child, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And it's
far.
awkward when she asks who my favorite
Yeah.
is. It's
You're like,
"Oh,
I can't say. I can't. That
exactly.
wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Well,
gonna
the thing
say.
is, if you count Terpster himself, they do have 2 kids in the family, so that's
Oh.
enough.
oh, that's true. Think of that.
Very true.
To your
Very
your,
true.
your
Baby Terpster doesn't know which is the bottle and which is the mic. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like,
yeah, you're eating for 3.
Brilliant.
What's going on with
Brilliant.
that? Well, welcome back, everybody. As it turns out, a month away from BlizzCon means, like it does every year when there is a BlizzCon, there's very little in the way of brand new spanking news or exciting happenings in and around World of Warcraft and other games, but we're here anyway, and we've decided to do a couple of quick things at the top, and then it's all you guys. It's phone calls and emails, stuff we haven't answered for a long time, things that have been building up. Chance for us to see what's on your mind out there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. But before we do any of that, how about this? We have a BlizzCon schedule. We still don't know who the band is. Why don't we know who the band is yet? Does anyone have a theory on
Is there
that?
going to be one?
Why?
Does it say?
There
What does it say
might
in the schedule?
not be one,
It
but,
says
closing
Closing
ceremony,
ceremony?
which Yeah, it says closing ceremony.
No, I've
and
heard
it's carved,
rumors.
2 hours and a half.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it would be surprising if there was nothing.
What rumors have you heard?
But
Jules?
I heard some rumors about like kind of a rap metal type of thing.
Mm.
Oh, I'm out. That to me just says, "Oh, great, cool. Well, I'll see you next BlizzCon, everyone.
See you later.
Guess
I'll
it
be-
finished
yeah.
a bit earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
You'd be
I'm
playing,
back at the
um,
bar sooner than ever.
Playing
I'm annoyed.
Overwatch.
Like they should close down the street and have a big party thing again, like they did
That
for the
was
10-year.
awesome, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
like that. They should
That
do
was
that every
fun,
time
yeah.
because they made money on that. It
Mhm.
wasn't even like that cost them money. You know, they were selling so much stuff out there.
Yeah.
They made a load of money. They should just keep doing it because it was so much fun,
Mhm.
and it kind of made like the party never ends.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
But I still think it needs to be Rush. Until it's Rush, Mike Morheim's failed. His one
I think
purpose.
Morheim is waiting
Slap
to
of the
the.
bass.
I think he's waiting to the last possible BlizzCon to do Rush because it is the ultimate cap off.
They
for
are
him.
getting quite old. I would like
Yeah,
to say
how
that
many
it's not going to be
BlizzCons
up to
can they
BlizzCon.
make
It's going to be up to Rush.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's
It
always up
just
to
needs
Rush.
to be.
It's always up to Rush in the end. So we know a lot about the schedule though, and I'm gonna just be as honest as I can here. None of this is jumping out at me as super exciting. Now they could
Well, this is-
slip in some things, all right? I know that an opening ceremony could mean a lot of things. Who knows what that means? But it's pretty
Well-
pedestrian looking.
This is like the
Yeah.
main. This is not like all of the stuff. This is just some of the main
Well,
stuff.
if there was, so basically the things that we would like to see are an announcement for either a Diablo 3 expansion or a new game,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
These are the things that would excite us.
Yeah.
The opening ceremony is an hour long. They could announce something, but the problem is there is nothing afterwards, because if they did announce something big, like a big expansion or a game,
Yeah, then immediately you follow with it. Yeah.
exactly. And in the second spot, there's Legion.
Yeah, Legion.
But that, I think they'll
which
show us
is-
the cinematic, which would be pretty
Yeah.
cool. I
Legion
think we get to see the
cinematic.
actual Legion cinematic,
Mhm.
and then that'll go into seeing. And it's always cool because they've got the best sound system in the world and the biggest lights and projectors. To see the cinematic on that screen and venue there will be amazing.
Mhm.
But it is going to be a shame that we don't get D3 3.
Yeah. Or more importantly, like there's nothing on here about the movie, and I think they're going to take that.
There is.
Where?
Yeah, no, on the where is it? It's on the second day.
I
Is
don't
it?
see Jack for the movie. I see a
Well,
bunch of World of
yeah,
Warcraft
but
stuff.
I
There's
heard
nothing
that there's
specifically
supposed
for
to
the
be.
movie.
Oh no, you're right. Oh no, you're right. Sorry,
It's not on this
is there?
schedule, but I've heard that
The
we're
trailer's
going to see a
definitely going to be
trailer.
shown.
Oh,
So we're gonna see the
and that's
trailer.
my point. I think that whole first opening ceremonies is all cinematic trailer for Legion and movie trailer for the movie and a bunch
Sure.
of movie talk.
It depends though,
It's
because
some
last
Overwatch
year they
stuff,
had
maybe?
the secret cinema, didn't they? Because
Mm.
the idea was they couldn't show the stuff on the main
Yeah.
stage because it's broadcast and filmed. So instead they showed it in the Atmos Theatre up on the top, and that was cool.
Yeah.
And really, really cool.
Sure.
But I mean, we saw the leak of the trailer way back when.
Mhm.
So I'm not really that
It would be
excited about it.
surprising
It won't
if it
look like a
wasn't-
terrible hand cam version.
Yeah,
but,
that's pretty bad.
it'd be cool to see.
Well,
But I'm sure it would just be looping on a
But you
theatre
don't-
upstairs.
Yeah, but we're not going to see that. We're going to see something different, right? Like,
Well,
No,
I
I
think
think we're
it's
just
that.
they're going to
'cause
show
that's not
that
out
exact
yet.
same thing.
I
No.
think
Yeah,
they're gonna
'cause that's
show-
still not been
Yeah.
released officially, has it?
yeah, they're going to show
Yeah.
that trailer. They've invested in that. That's the thing they're going to show.
All right.
And I think that's why they were. I don't know that they were. Well, maybe they were pissed, but certainly Legendary was pissed. And this is also, you got to remember, this is such a legendary gig here. It's not so much about Blizzard. It is about Blizzard, obviously, but Legendary's calling a lot of these shots, and what they decide to show or bring
Yeah.
or whatever is on them. And so I think that's
Yeah,
why.
the marketing and all that's handled by them, not Blizzard. So
Yeah.
if you consider that is a marketing thing,
Mhm.
but it's tricky
Oh, for
because
sure
I mean,
it
like
is,
I'm
yeah.
looking. I think it's good though as well because the StarCraft 2 grand finals
Yeah.
are on,
Yeah.
and that's in the arena, and that stage is just like nothing else. So if you're there, go and see it because that's incredible. That just the viewer experience of that is incredible.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to be in Hall C watching the Hearthstone finals the whole time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's just so much fun.
That's where I'm going to be
and-
this weekend,
well-
too. I'm watching the NA finals in
Is
San
that in
Francisco
San-
at the Foundry.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
fantastic.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And
that's
so
got to be
basically-
the fun.
Yeah. Yes, Patrick.
the only announcement that we're potentially going to have, and very likely going to have for new expansion type thing, is probably going to be Hearthstone. It's likely that we're going to see the next adventure or expansion, but for Heroes, maybe there are going to be, maybe a new, like what they did with the Diablo themed updates. The future of StarCraft 2, I wonder, I mean, they're not going to do
That's
anything
surely
beyond Legacy of the Void, right? Because
because it comes out.
So that's going to be
when
it.
it's finished.
Heroes, not much more. WoW, obviously, it's Legion. Diablo, it doesn't look like they're going to announce an expansion here, given the panel. Now, maybe they're going to switch things around and transform the WoW panel into, Diablo Expansion 3 panel, but it doesn't seem likely because they have to push WoW, and they wouldn't have another spot for the main stage for WoW after that. The only really new thing, possibly hopefully we're gonna have the launch of the beta for Overwatch, but beyond that, it's Hearthstone.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's
so Hearthstone's the what next?
Not a lot of
so
announcements.
3:30 on the first day.
right.
So that'd be cool, and it's probably going to be an adventure just because of the pace. But maybe they'll mix it up.
Yeah.
No, I
But-
think adventure. A lot of people.
What do you
are
reckon, Ice Crown
predicting
or
Ice
Old War?
Crown.
Yeah,
Ice
Yeah,
Crown
I think
Citadel.
Ice Crown would be
Could be,
cool, but
Um,
it depends. I think they
the-
might save
the-
that if they were going to do a Death Knight hero.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe there is
maybe.
going to be a hero and the co-op thing that we heard about a while back.
I don't
So-
think we're gonna see a hero for
No?
a long time. Yeah. They've said straight up in interviews like we aren't even planning on that right now.
Yeah.
Which
It's-
sucks because we all want we all want our Death Knights, but
Yeah, it
Well,
seems.
But now
co-op
with
adventure
Tavern
could
Brawl,
be
they can try it.
something fun.
Yeah. It just seems like you're missing an opportunity if your adventure is Ice Crown or your expansion has some theme around
that is true. So I mean,
But
if,
then we might
if
get
that's the case,
Arthas as
Yeah.
a card,
right.
or
Yeah.
again, like as a Tavern Brawl, maybe they'll give us a week where we can play as Arthas and we'll have a cool hero power.
But if that is the case and they feel like we don't want to do Ice Crown until we release a Death Knight, then yeah, I think like Old War would make a lot of sense considering we just had TGT. So
Yeah.
and there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a ton of stuff in there that's very useful. Like it's all those bosses. There's a lot of characters around it that aren't even bosses.
A lot of
and that's kind
mechs.
important.
A lot
Should
of
be good.
mechs.
Oh, and mechs would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
You have mechs. There's new giants. There's all sorts of cool stuff.
This is just such a sad little entry for 1630 to 1730 on the first day. Diablo 3 Dev Talk.
No, but that's good though. I
Well-
mean, but the thing is, it's up against another new release, and it's
But
not on
Scott,
the main
that's-
stage,
Yeah.
so
This
it's
is
on
not
the
like
panel
the-
stage.
Yeah.
the huge schedule, right? This is just here's the first thing.
No, here's
Like,
the
there's gonna be more stuff.
it's the rough sketch.
Well,
I
I
I
understand.
don't think there is
This
though.
is-
This is as
You don't
busy as
think
it
so?
normally is. This is
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But this is the
the main
only
schedule.
Diablo 3 thing on the entire schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year they had two.
Dev Talk, that's it.
Last
That's all
year-
we get.
last
Dev
year they
Talk.
had
There's
two.
no space. Where else
Yeah.
would it go?
Yeah.
All right.
And
There
that-
might have they might have the artist stage.
Yeah.
There's a community thing. I think there was one last year.
Yeah, there's
but
voice
yeah,
actors,
basically-
artists stage.
yeah.
You get them both. They've got the World of
Exactly.
Warcraft cinematics, The Road to Legion, on opposite the hero design.
Yeah.
At 2, and so that kind of confirms that the cinematic's going to be shown because they often then do a panel on how do we make this amazing cinematic.
Yeah.
Let's spend an hour and tell you.
Mm.
The future of StarCraft 2 versus up against Legion at the top. You wouldn't put any big StarCraft news on Hall A. Like the main stage is where you would talk about a new game
Yeah.
or an expansion, and there's just nothing in there except Hearthstone and Overwatch
Yeah.
for something open. And Heroes, they just talk about whatever hero they announce, and so it'd probably be another StarCraft one. They seem to be going through the StarCraft ones in conjunction.
Or
with
maybe
launch.
an Overwatch one.
Could be. Yeah.
It could be good to have the first Overwatch one
For
in there,
this,
like a
that'd be cool.
tracer
For
blinking
the
around.
beta,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. This probably comes to no surprise, but I'm probably for this BlizzCon most excited about all the Heroes panels and the finals and all the playoff stuff. I'm super jazzed about all of it, and I'm happy to see that there are various things I can attend over those 2 days for Heroes. I'm so sad to see Diablo getting left out in the cold there. I don't know. I guess I was hoping. I feel like I'm getting the opposite of my prediction. My prediction was some big Diablo news, and this
They're going to
doesn't
save
feel
it
like
for the Germans,
it's a bit
Scott.
disappointing.
Save it for the damn
Gamescom.
Germans again. Gosh dang it.
Gamescom
Gamescom
2016.
next year. Diablo 4.
All right, fine. I'll take whatever I can get. Is all I'm
Diablo
saying.
3. the Electric Boogaloo expansion.
It doesn't rhyme though.
When you look at the WoW and Heroes in Hall B, WoW has such a minimal esports presence. I guess because it's not an esport game that
Right.
kind of awkwardly is trying
Yeah,
to.
it's always been. I mean, at the height of WoW, there was a little bit of arena and definitely some raiding happening that is esports-ish, or
Yeah.
at least featured at BlizzCon. But it's never taken off as an esports game, mainly because it's very difficult to watch. The
watch,
watchability of WoW, even in arena, is
Yeah.
not optimal if you.
It's great
don't
when
really
you
understand
play
what's happening.
and you understand what's going
Yeah.
on, but it's really hard to tell exactly what's
Yeah.
happening. Like there's things in arena play that are just so subtle that no one's going to pick up on, like fake casting and things like that. Like no one picks up on that, but that's actually one of the like greatest. Like someone fake casted and got an interrupt out of the other guy is a huge turnaround in an arena game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
no one sees it, right? So it's.
But I really
not-
like the look on the Saturday. The arena has Legacy of the Void launch celebration, like first thing in the morning. Well, I say like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing happening in there. So I kind of wonder what they'll do as a celebration for Legacy. Legacy doesn't I haven't really seen it on any sort of top 50 games coming out in Q4 lists and things like that. Like I don't know if it's just the circles I travel in, but it just doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of love and excitement for StarCraft 2.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, it's definitely less exciting than it was when it first came out, and we've discussed a lot the fact that RTSs have been losing ground to MOBAs in particular, but for that specifically, I can tell you that when you launch a game, you want to have some kind of launch celebration, especially at Blizzard. And I'm guessing since it's so close to BlizzCon, the release of Legacy of the Void, which, by the way, I like to call Love. So the release of Love, I guess they decided, let's do something at BlizzCon and not have to organize an extra thing like 3 days after. So it's just, I'm sure they put something together and it's for people who want to go, but it's not.
Do you think I'll get
deal,
some sort of
wouldn't think.
trinkety knick-knack if I go along? Because I kind of want to go along if I'm going to have like, some Vespian gas in a can or a pylon.
That would be amazing. Like a little
Possibly.
resin pylon. That'd be great.
Or a little fart in a can.
Yeah.
Need more Vespian gas.
Require
Yeah.
more fart in a can.
Yeah.
So
But I don't know. I think that could be fun to go along to. Otherwise, there's like sounds from the void. Heroes of the Storm, state of the game, like epic cosplay anew, and then a machinima panel. So there's actually having like community type panels on Hall A,
Yeah.
which I don't think they've really done before.
No.
Like cosplay, you have the cosplay contest, but now there's a epic cosplay and new. So like, hey, you want to know how to make some armor? Stuff like, okay, cool. I don't know. It seems like a little bit filler, not too much killer, really.
Yeah, a little bit this
it's
year.
just-
That's
yeah,
why
I don't know. But I remember, what was it, 2009, 2011, which was the year where we had no announcements.
2012. Oh no, 2010 was the one with the
2010.
Geek Is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a bit flat.
Yeah.
But it was still, it was okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel as exciting as like last year when we had Overwatch.
Yeah, that's why I was
Overwatch, yeah, of
convinced. I was
course.
convinced they were going to skip this year because the 2012 thing hit again to me where it was like, oh, there's not enough to do. They're probably going to skip it and launch a bunch of games instead. And I was surprised that they did that. And I wonder sometimes, and I'm excited to go. Don't get me wrong. This isn't me poo-pooing BlizzCon. I'm just saying they have these cycles and it's the movie. That's really it this year. And I think that's what's driving it.
Well, and the esports.
Well, that
Like,
stuff's
at
huge.
this point, I think
Yeah.
like the esports can drive a BlizzCon almost all by itself.
Yeah, easy.
And that I think is great.
Yeah.
Like if it gets to that point where, hey, we got nothing else to do, but you guys just want to watch some awesome Blizzard games being played by really, really good players, like okay, let's go.
I agree. I think
And it's also
I'd be less likely. Maybe this isn't true because I really am into the hero scene right now. But I feel like if that was true, like if I knew ahead of time it was going to be all esports all day, for all 2 days, I'd probably save a little money and do the direct ticket
Just
thing.
watch it on, yeah. Well, yeah, but being there is also
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
awesome.
Being there
Yeah,
is amazing, and in all fairness, the DirecTV ticket's great, and it's retrospective as well. So for me, I don't really care too much about being in front of like Mets and telling me about a cool new feature. versus experiencing the excitement of the unknown of
Yeah.
someone winning a game and the tournaments.
Mhm.
So I'd rather go back to my hotel room later and catch up on panels, or when I'm back in the UK on the website. It's really easy to do, and while I'm there, live the moments that are meant to be lived.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely. Like when
yeah,
Firebat
well.
won last year, like that was like
That was crazy.
chills in my body
Yeah.
moment. Like when because it's like kid just winning $100,000 and no one knew who he was really. Well, people knew who he was, but he wasn't on a team at that point.
Just ran
He was
through
like
it,
just
just
right into
straight.
Archon, and
That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
I don't know what I'm
um,
gonna do though, because Heroes is like happening like right as Hearthstone's happening, then StarCraft is like right after. It's gonna be I don't know.
Esports bonanza, dude.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
So can you guys put a webcam in the guild hall so I can enjoy it, because I'm not going to be there.
Yes.
And
We'll
Yeah,
make sure
Our
okay.
that
Periscope
happens.
hit.
Yeah.
I'll pay.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
All
We'll
the
just
data
Periscope
charges.
everything.
Yeah.
Terpster will pay exorbitant international periscoping fees to make it happen.
I do.
I
And
also
with
just want to say
everyone
that
Yeah.
even without anything to announce, you have to remember that BlizzCon is a pretty special time for the company and for the developers and the people working there in general. It's a huge amount of work, and I don't think they would do it just because it's fun for the people who work there. But it's also a moment when you actually, for the devs and the artists and the community guys and everyone who works there, it's an occasion to actually go in and meet the players and immerse yourself in that incredible feeling. So I think that might play a role into it as well. I'm sure they are, even though again it's a huge amount of work, because Blizzard does
people's
an
jobs,
enormous
though,
part
as
of
well,
it in
isn't it?
Yeah.
well, I mean, it is part of the jobs, but it's Blizzard is a game developer, and they do a huge amount of things in-house, but including doing a lot of the organization of the events. And a game developer is not necessarily a company that organizes events, especially events of the size and scope of BlizzCon. It's not just a couple thousand people showing up at a place and
No,
eating
exactly.
sandwiches.
But it is a big convention that makes a lot of money as well. And
Of course,
as a line on a P&L, you wouldn't want to be by stripping that out
Yeah.
one year just because we didn't think it could be as good as it could when it's an event that sells out in seconds.
Of course.
There's,
Well,
there's,
they
I
did
don't
it-
see a
they did
reason
it
why
once.
they won't ever do one.
Because it's a huge amount of work. I mean, they did not do one in, what was it, 2012? We were
2012
discussing
and
it earlier.
2000.
Yeah, but I think
yeah,
that
something
wasn't
else.
there was
So-
air conditioning conference going on the time that theirs should have been. So either they
Really?
didn't get a hold on the day.
What?
Or,
No,
yeah,
they can delay it. No. The reason
there
I
was
can
an
tell you, the reason,
aircon conference.
Was there
They
really
missed out.
one?
Yeah.
I absolutely love that happened. That's a thing.
No.
That was BlizzCon
It's-
weekend. It was. But anyway, Patrick thinks it
There's
wasn't
no
just because he
BlizzCon
works at the
weekend.
company.
it happens sometimes in August, sometimes in November. Sometimes it moves around.
Depending
And
on
the
when the
reason
aircon
they
guys
didn't
have
do
got.
it that year was fine, whatever.
I
Oh,
love the
also
idea.
Deadmau5.
No, I love the idea that there's a bidding war between Blizzard and some air conditioning.
Well, that's the
conference.
problem is that they're Blizzard air conditioning, and so the other, the booking guy, he messed up. He doesn't work there anymore. But that's the thing is that he was told whatever it is, Blizzard gets priority,
That's amazing.
and so he told this games company to go jog on because the aircon conference had it that.
Go to for the Hall H has the Freon the panel
Exactly.
today. Find out how you can have a cooler room in seconds flat. Amazing.
Ceiling fans.
Something
yeah.
I noticed here, Patrick, is it starts an hour later than it has like in years past. Day one, second day, same time, but day one is an hour after when they usually start at 10 a.m. local time in Anaheim,
Do they?
starting at 11.
No, they open
No,
doors at 10,
they-
but opening ceremony's
yeah.
always been at 11.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
And that's the thing is that last year I ran straight to the opening ceremony, got a front row seat, it was amazing, and I went out because I needed to take a whiz, and then when I tried to come back in, they were like, "No, can't let you back in. Fire codes. There's too many people in there." And basically, the main stage, the main hall, doesn't fit everyone in it. And if everyone tries to go in it, they're not allowed because of health and safety.
Yeah.
I was lucky in that then basically everyone around me just rushed it. I was like, well, screw it then. I'm gonna run with the mob and because apparently you guys can't stop us. And then I went back to my seat because I was like, I got a seat there. They've saved me a seat. There's no, it's pointless. There is a seat. I'm not going to be blocking any exits.
Yeah.
But obviously, then I started asking the person on the gate, like, do you know who I am? And obviously they didn't.
No, they had no
idea.
They
but
don't know.
all I would say is make sure you whiz beforehand and then go straight to the main stage. Don't worry about like queuing up at the merch booth and stuff. Do that on the Saturday. Just go straight to the opening ceremony. You want to get a good seat for that.
Yeah, you do
Don't
want
miss
that.
out.
That's a big thing. That's a big
I
deal.
would have been devastated if I'd missed out on Overwatch and all the other announcements because of taking a slash and fire codes. I'd have been devastated.
Taking a slash. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard this
I've
term.
never heard that. Is that-
Pissing. If I was
Taking
out
a slash.
pissing, Scott, then I'd be devastated.
No, I'm gonna start using that. That's pretty
Take-
rad.
should.
Otherwise
It's good.
known as taking a slash.
Yeah, taking a slash. They that's when I grow a lot of hair in my face and put a giant top hat on and play a guitar. That's what I call taking a slash. So one final thing I would say, and this is a little self-serving, but I know there are people out there that need them. My brother-in-law Ken has 2 extra BlizzCon tickets that he now does not need and is willing to sell them at face value. If you have any interest in this, email me at theinstance@gmail.com.
Wait,
sorted
he
out
doesn't
your
need
design
them?
I think you're going to get a few emails, Scott.
We might get a
possibly.
few. Yeah, he just wants to sell them for face value. We'll let you have them. First come, first serve. Blah blah blah. So just
So
get a
hang
hold of me.
on. So you've got the extra tickets you needed then, Scott.
I don't yet. But
But I don't want to pay.
But I keep
full
being
price.
told. I keep being told I might. And what I don't want to have happen is have him end up getting stuck with 2 tickets because we
Well, if
delayed
you
it so
bought
long.
the tickets though, the goodie bags would sell for more.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
So that way you're covered and you can always cover your losses.
Could you sell how discouraged is that to get on eBay and sell those goodie bags though?
Well, it's
I
yours
don't
to do
think
with
they
what you
care.
want.
Yeah,
There's
once
no
they
problem
give
in
them
the
to
world.
you. Do it. Yeah,
man, I don't know. I don't want
This
to.
is America, Scott.
Land of the free.
That's
You
right.
got an English man telling you how America works.
Yeah,
What the hell is
this
going
is
on? around
terrible. This is an awful turn of events. All right, let's get.
I'm in the same boat right now, Scott. I'm like, I've got my app in.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my flight booked.
Yep.
I've got my hotel, and then I'm like, do I have a ticket?
Yeah, and they've been.
Could you
I'm a
tell
little.
me?
This isn't anything to be critical about, but it's funny. In 2011, the community stuff was much more hot on. Hey, everybody, let's get you out here. We'll do flights and hotels and like a ton of tickets and all this stuff. That's not true this year, and it's true across the
It's
board.
hard up,
Yeah.
Scott. They've
yeah.
got a lot more games now that they got.
More games, more
the
people.
teams grown.
Uh,
WoW's not.
I have
bringing in the big bucks.
flashbacks. I have flashbacks of BlizzCon preparations and us needing to get all of the press list in and waiting for the approval of this and that. And it's a big company. I mean, things take time.
I totally
And,
understand it.
Sometimes you want to, call someone up and go like, oh my God, it's like in 4 weeks. We need the freaking names. I submitted them 2 months ago. What are you doing? And you don't because it's like Rob Pardo. So
Yeah.
you don't do it.
Yeah, it's
Do
just
it now.
gonna.
Yeah.
Now I guess you don't now. But yeah, I
do it on Twitter. I yell at him on Twitter.
I don't even know how they do it in the first place. It's pretty amazing to me that they even pull this thing off. So everyone's stoked, everyone's excited, and I can't wait to see everybody. It's gonna be awesome. So BlizzCon, everybody, be there. In-game shop expands. This is an important note. If you are looking to spend more hard-earned cash in World of Warcraft beyond your $15 a month. Appearance, faction, name, and race changes are all up part of it. So appearance changes, this is something you can now pay for. You can change your gender, your face, your skin color, your hairstyle, your name if desired. And if you're eligible for it, there are some restrictions, I guess. You can learn more on the official site, but that is something you can do. Your faction change, your name change, and your race change. This is all now included as part of the in-game shop instead of some outside web thing you would do. So for those who may be interested,
Yay!
Go over there and pay to have your name changed. I guess. I don't know why you would want to do that, but
It's it's funny that now basically you have microtransactions that are not so micro.
Mhm.
They are actually macro transactions.
yeah.
Within the game. I think if they had started, just the difference of putting them on an outside website and within the game, it feels different. I think if they had started by putting them in the game, like 5 years ago, people would have freaked out a little bit more than now. Everyone's like, oh yeah, whatever. It's
You could
it's
call these
just a
bona
different
fide
place.
transactions, Patrick. These are real ass transactions.
Bonafide.
Yeah.
They
You can go and you can throw down a big wad of money for stuff that probably isn't worth the money. So anyway, go for it, everybody. Have at it.
I'm barely paying for my subscription anymore, so I'm not going to be paying for a faction change anytime soon.
You don't want to go change death dills to like
Nah.
dying dills or
Dying
something like
dills,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. Not really worth the 25 or whatever it is to pay.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean it's a sad state of affairs right now, my World of Warcraft playing. It's,
Mine's hideous
you
too.
know, to be quite honest, I've moved it down the list.
Yeah.
On my on the left side
On your
of my launcher.
So
Yep.
did I.
That's dark, isn't it?
did
Diablo
I.
is now in the 3rd spot, you guys.
Here's where mine is. Let me tell you.
Wow.
Let's all talk about where our lists are. So
Yeah.
mine goes like this. And that's so funny you said that because I just did this. Here we go.
Oh.
I am Heroes of the
Heroes.
Storm, Diablo,
Oh, wow.
then World of Warcraft 3rd, then Hearthstone, then StarCraft, then Overwatch. It just taunting me with its non-install.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
And
Overwatch
there's
is only at
someone
the bottom.
listening.
I should actually put Overwatch at the top just because I check it every single day.
yeah.
Mine opens just on my last
there's
one, though.
someone listening. There's someone listening to the show right now, going like, "You mean you can actually move the icon?
Yeah, you
Oh my
totally-
god, I didn't know."
Yeah, you totally can. You can prioritize your who you want to see first and how you want to get in, and it's pretty cool. I mean, look, I am as jazzed about Legion as anybody. I really am. I'm
Yeah.
stoked about it. Can't wait. But I am in that funk right now. It's just
We'll move
where
it.
I
We'll
am.
move it back up when Legion comes out. That'll be we'll play nothing but that for a while.
Mhm.
And if it's amazing, it'll be a long while.
Mhm.
But yeah, right now mine goes Hearthstone, Heroes, Diablo,
Mhm.
and now World of Warcraft number 4.
Oh man, fourth.
Solid
down.
number 4. StarCraft actually not even installed.
Oh really? See,
Yeah.
I did it this week for those prologue missions. I really.
Yeah, I mean, so I did install the Legacy of the Void beta,
Yeah.
but the main game, the actual like game itself,
Yeah.
not installed.
That 3.0 menu change stuff where like Artanis comes flying out of nowhere and like shoots his energy
Easy.
blades and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah. Psionic
Badass.
blades.
Oh, it is badass,
Pretty
dude.
good.
Their new
Yeah, but it
menus.
doesn't make you play it, though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, then you're like, this is too hard. I remember why.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna play the hell out of that campaign. That I know.
Oh,
There's-
no, exactly.
Yeah.
And the cinematics are phenomenal. It is a great game for what it is, but equally, I mean, for me, it goes WoW, Hearthstone, D3, Heroes, StarCraft.
You still
2,
got
and
WoW at the top.
Yeah, I've got WoW at the top. Yeah, I like to do my
Wow.
dailies.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good job.
But yeah,
That's good.
I-
Somebody needs to.
well, exactly. But the thing is I'm not doing any kind of cutting edge stuff. You know, I haven't progressed my legendary quest line very far.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of failings.
When are we going to see you stream your WoW dailies so I can see your legendary misplays while you're trying
Oh, that
to
would be exactly. Wouldn't that be good?
characters? No?
Sadly,
Okay.
it's Hearthstone only for
Okay.
this streaming.
Yeah.
All right.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day we'll get there. All right. Let's jump into some of this stuff here.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Why, it's the town crier.
All right. So today's a little bit weird. We've got a ton of feedback. I'm not sure we can get to it all, but we'll get to a bunch of this. Your chance to talk to us directly is always through this phone number, 801-471-0462, or email us, theinstance@gmail.com. Your attachments are also welcome there.
By the way, the town crier looks very James Deanish these days.
Yeah, he's quite he's got
Yeah.
all the ladies love Nick.
He's doing well, I bet.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's
He's
feeling he's doing well.
good looking kid. Seems to be
did
a little freaked out by
pretty
all the
good.
attention. He doesn't seem to love all the attention. But
He's got a Twitter presence. He tells the ladies, "Yo, yeah,
yeah,
I'm on Twitter.
yeah.
People know
He
me."
makes strange magic vines, like
Oh yeah, his vines are actually pretty good.
pretty weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, Derek Bailey wrote in, asked this. Oh, go ahead.
Just want to mention, Josh on Twitter already rose his hand and thanked us for the Battle.net launcher tip. You're welcome, Josh.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure that there are a ton of people that don't know about it. I think I figured it out by accident. I just started grabbing things and went, "Oh, that moves. All right, cool."
As you sometimes do.
Yeah.
You randomly grab things and things happen
Sometimes they move. Yeah. Gross. All right, Derek Bailey wrote in. Hello, The Instance. I would absolutely love it if you guys would do something with lore for WoW. I'm a huge lore fan. I've never been a raider, and I find my fun in questing and discovering the lore of Azeroth. Please make a lore segment a thing. If Terps isn't into it, I will gladly participate in the show and talk about all things lore on your podcast. Thanks, Derek. So everybody's been begging for Terpster to do. Here's the reason they want it. Here's the reason they want it. And I just want to make this clear. They want.
Who is Jaina?
They want Terpster lore because the way you do it is different. Anybody can go to some other show where it's all lore
I'm
focused.
going to do it now, Scott. I'm on Wowpedia and I'm just clicking random articles till I find a good one.
But you do it in a way that's
Devastator can be found in Terakar Forest. That's not really good.
No, that's a lousy topic. Yeah, give us
Shadow
a good
Council boots. No, this is maybe not the best idea.
It's a terrible idea.
I think though, leading up to Legion, you should do like an Illidan piece, right?
Yeah.
Talk about, like,
definitely.
Yeah. How getting friend zoned like caused like the death of millions.
And I don't even mean anything special. Just like right now, tell me what's going on with Jaina. Why is she upset? What happened there, Terpster?
Hey. Tell me about it. I've been talking to her, trying to find out. saying,
"Wish I knew what was wrong with Jaina."
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me what's wrong.
Here we get a little music.
And nothing.
Nothing. You don't get anything out of that? All right, well,
no, nothing. And of course, you must know. With obviously Ms. Proudmoore.
Yeah.
She had a certain issue around the bombing of her city, didn't she? So she's just been a little bit sour since.
Yeah. You just did what I'm talking about. You take this stuff and you Terpsterify it. And make it way more fun to listen to than just Jaina, who was born in the blood, did the thing with the deal. You've actually got
this
daughter
one
of
wasn't
Admiral
that fun.
Proudmoore. She became.
Well, there you go. Now you're talking.
Where she was under the tutelage of Archmage Antonidas.
And everyone would love it. But frankly, I don't know. If people send in questions, I will answer questions, but I don't want to have to think up content.
Yeah, come up with something. Sure.
Everything I'm about.
I'm going to tell this guy too.
And then we do something.
Yeah, all right.
Derek Bailey, if you want to do a segment, here's what you do: you send it in, and then it gets played. That's how the instances always work.
You keep it at 90 seconds or less, though.
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
This has been going on for years.
I got a new segment. A guy the other day says, "I've been dying to do this for years, so here it is. It's a segment on this and that." And I went and checked it out. And it's 6.5 minutes. I'm like, nope. We're not doing. They're not that long. Sorry, 90 seconds.
What's the time limit?
Play lots of these.
Minute and a half is max. I'll go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But yeah, I the more questions you ask, the more opportunities Terpster has to pontificate in his special way, and I like his lore take. So yes, more of that, please. Here's a phone call about scaling.
I am calling from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I have no designated realm right now because I'm taking a break from WoW. But anyway, I was listening to the instance. And you guys were talking about how to make things more community-like, how to scale things or do things in a way that make things better for players so that they want to interact with each other. I actually thought of a really good solution to this. Scalable enemies at all levels. Just my thoughts. Anyway, for the Horde!
All right, so no matter where you are basically it's the Guild Wars 2 model.
Other games do this, yeah.
Yeah.
And it works okay, but I don't know. I thought in Guild Wars it was a little weird because maybe I was just used to the WoW thing, but it was pretty good. It was cool.
Do you feel like the sense of progression gets stunted because the way I felt in Guild Wars 2, which I quite enjoyed, I'd be doing something and be like, man, I really need a change of venue here, so I'm going to go to some level 7 place while I'm level 40, but that stuff will scale up to me. But I suddenly was filled with the sensation of, well, wait a minute then. Have I really progressed? It's just kind of faking this.
Yeah. Like there's never like a break from sometimes in WoW it's nice to just like go run over some place and just one shot everything, and it's just kind of fun for a little bit
because you feel like you accomplished something, like you beat that.
Like look how strong I am now.
Sure. And now you're just
no
matter where I go,
feeling is gone.
Yeah, no matter where I go, I'm the same, and that's weird.
You know what I like though? I like Diablo, where I just turn it up and down, based on how I feel. Like sometimes I really want to push it and go for like the highest torment I can.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to cruise through everything.
Yeah, me too.
And that's like I really dig that. Like I'm really into Diablo these days. Yeah. I think that's one of the things I'm really into.
Game is killing it.
Being able to tune my experience.
Yeah, it's so good right now. Patrick, you were about to say something.
To address the idea that this would help bring a sense of community, I'm sure to an extent it would, but one of the reasons why they don't worry about this too much is that an overwhelming majority of the players have at least one max level character, if not many. So the huge majority of the player base is at max level, a lot more, I think, than you would guess. So I'm not sure the scaling would help. They would much rather implement features that would help the community socialize at max level where they all are, than scale stuff to go and help people who are at a lower level.
Yeah,
so
I agree. I just don't like the homogenization of it. It just makes
it's tricky. I've always imagined in the real world of Azeroth that the levels aren't really as pronounced. Like otherwise, you do have like why is like the stockades? Why would that be an issue for Stormwind if it was just a bunch of level?
Yeah, if we
whatevers?
just send like a level 100 guy,
we just be
in
like,
there,
oh, we just go in there, like you
yeah,
just go in there, sneeze, and everyone dies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's obviously got to be some rhyme or reason behind it all, but I kind of imagine it to be less of a thing. I don't know.
It just encourages. It's just another piece of progression, and Blizzard's all about that. So to me, that's always going to be a priority to try to accept a world where level 100s exist with level 1s and never the twain shall meet, because that is a sense of real accomplishment versus what you felt like when you just started. So they're never going to change that.
To talk about your point there, Terpster, like I always kind of felt like that was the way it was supposed to be. Like the fact that the stockades and what's the one that's underneath Orgrimmar?
Wailing Caverns.
Yeah. No, not Wailing Caverns. But like those were always like the super low level ones, right?
Yeah. And
those were the ones that like, yeah, whatever. We just send the interns down there to deal with like worms underneath Orgrimmar.
Sure.
Like that felt like that was supposed to be that way.
That's why there's always rats to kill in RPGs in the first few levels,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, do the shit.
Here's what you can handle right now: is you can go out and you can kill some boars.
Right. Eventually,
pretty
it'll
soon,
be a
though,
dragon.
we're gonna have you trying to kill, giant ogres with 2 heads. But right now, Ragefire Chasm.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That's a good place to hang out if you're level 5. Let's see. We got an email here from Stephen in Australia. He says, first off, love the show. I was listening to show 426, and if you haven't been told yet, you can gift mounts and to be honest, I am sort of disappointed you didn't know this, being a show on WoW. Anyway, love your show. Thanks, Stephen. So Patrick and I were on that one together, and we couldn't. I just couldn't remember if you could. It wasn't so much that you couldn't.
Scott,
I couldn't
damage
remember.
Is done. You've embarrassed yourself. You've embarrassed the show. I hope you've learned.
I blame Patrick.
You can
really.
gift mounts in WoW. Come on, Scott. They're on the store.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I guess that makes sense. But
you can gift playtime. You can gift it.
What you want to gift, though, are like I would love to gift a hero's character to one of you, but they won't let me do that.
You can give out codes.
You can give out.
I've done code giveaways on my stream and stuff.
I've codes from when I've got codes. But can you buy a
I don't know if you can buy a hero
game?
and have it be a code.
Yeah, I don't think so. That I know of.
Which I think that's.
I would love to do that. I'd love to like a little $10 gift for a friend for a birthday. It'd be
yeah,
amazing.
because like Steam, it's great. You could anything. Like you can buy anything and be like, I want to buy this and just have it as a gift.
Yeah,
and
I hope they do that.
That would be cool.
I hope they do that. That'd be cool. All right.
Now someone's gonna send us an email next time and be like, "You can gift heroes. I'm disappointed you didn't know this." And we're like,
as a show that's supposedly about all Blizzard titles, I'm upset that you did not know that.
Yeah, a lot of consternation about that. Actually, he's the only guy that said he was disappointed. But a lot of people corrected us. Thank you for that. Center of the story is great, says Crit. I'm enjoying myself at the center of the world. I've been playing since 2008. This is in response to that forum post that Patrick and I talked about, complaining that they didn't want to be the center of the story anymore. They just want a big world to explore. A frustration I have with Blizzard's upcoming Overwatch title is the lack of story outside of the bits and pieces they feed with the addition of a new character. I tend to invest heavily in a game because of its story/universes, and the MOBA-style games that just give the user the PvP/online portion of the game doesn't seem to compete or complete that overall, and overall feels lazy, says Crit. So he's taken the stance of, put me in the story, make me a big deal. I think the argument isn't that we're not saying dumb down the WoW story. If anything, we're just saying let us be an audience to it and less of the pinnacle of it. So I don't know. You guys weren't here to talk about that, but Patrick, now that we've had some time to think about it, are you any different now or what?
Well, not really, but I think what the caller or the writer was saying was that he wants to have a big world to explore and be a part of, not be, the thing that is going to make or break it. And I do think there's some merit to it, but I also think that most people are going to want to have an important role in that world. So
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
both ideas work. It's not like just make someone a nobody. It's more make someone an adventurer in that world rather than the destroyer of worlds, right?
Yeah,
So-
like Veronica Belmont. I think you and I
Exactly.
I think the thing you and I came to was just has the pendulum swung a little too far in the direction of making us too important, and maybe it just needs to be adjusted a little.
Well,
I don't know,
go
though.
listen.
World of
Go
Warcraft-
listen to the last episode, and we discussed this for.
I think
15
World of
minutes.
Warcraft,
Yeah.
you want to be that, like, or more of the community wants to be that than the people. Like, obviously, you can't please
Yeah.
everyone. Some people aren't going to like it.
Yeah.
But I've always been like, yeah, like, I've saved Azeroth so many times, you guys. Like, come on, like, this is great. And then other games like Overwatch, where you don't run around in adventure. I don't need to have that. I don't like this. The crit says, Overwatch, I want more story. I don't think we need that in like Heroes and Overwatch and games like that, where each game is like a mini adventure on its own, and then I leave and then I come. You know what I mean?
Well, that being said, Chris has said out loud a number of times they have big plans for story for Overwatch, so I think he's actually going to get that. You just won't get it in the
Overwatch
But
game.
you
is
don't
gonna
need
have,
it the
like
same
a load
way.
of animations on
Yeah.
YouTube and
Right.
stuff like that.
You
and
know
it's
who
gonna
the
have
characters are.
comics and
Sure.
all of those sorts of
Yeah,
things.
but I
So
think
it's going to have a lot of story, but as to how much is in the game, probably none, because the idea is it's for the people who want it. They can go out and seek it.
Yeah.
Good point.
But it's different if you live through what he's talking about is PvP versus PvE content for the game, and PvE content is certainly something that is incredibly valuable. I mean, I enjoy PvE a huge amount, but it's PvE has a certain finite quality to it. I mean, you can always make it so, just like in WoW or in Destiny or games like this, where there's a lot of replayability of the PvE element, but it does turn into a different kind of game. I would love to see more to see PvE content in Overwatch, but it's a really different direction to take it into, and that's very much not what they're doing with Overwatch.
I totally agree with you. And if they came out and said, look, we're also going to release $10, let's say the game's free to play, which I think we're all assuming it will be in some form. It'll be kind of the Heroes model or something. But let's say that that's how it goes. If they came out and said, look, we're going to release $10 DLC / campaign packs or something for those interested, or however that sort of thing got presented, I'd be all up in that. Like I absolutely
totally
would
play
love that.
that, yeah.
Of course we would. But at its core, it doesn't need that. Certainly
game
doesn't need it
that
at
at all.
launch. No.
Yeah, the game will be totally playable without any PvE content, and because like the game is consumable in small chunks, right? I play one game against other people. I don't run around in the world for 6 hours at a time, right?
Mhm.
I log in, I play a map, and I play a game on a
Yeah.
map, and then
If you were doing
don't
that,
need
it would have
all
been
story.
Titan.
Yeah, it would have been
Exactly.
Titan. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah, Titan was probably very much the thing we're talking about.
And
yeah.
evidently that was not as much fun as Overwatch because that got cancelled and this didn't.
Yeah, good point.
So yeah,
Yeah, must have been less fun than Overwatch.
Titan, less fun than Overwatch.
There you go.
Here's a call about lore topics.
Tobacco Spit from Bleeding Paula. I
Great
just
name.
wanted to follow up on your conversation about the war topic. Too many times I'm noticing these war shows, they take stuff a little too serious. You almost feel uncomfortable with how serious they take it. I think you guys do great at throwing in a little bit of comedy, making it your own. And while also some stuff is serious, you can also throw your own little spin on it. So just
Okay, basically he's saying what I said earlier.
stick to
Whoops.
the subject.
Sorry.
God damn
I
it.
don't know why that happened.
stick to the subject. God damn it, Scott! What are you doing?
You realize
I
have
don't-
the button next to him that just plays.
Oops.
I don't really understand what he's saying. I feel a little bit insulted, honestly, because we're always very serious in the show.
Oh, yeah, it's so
and
serious,
I
yeah.
don't quite get what he's talking about with this
We should just make it our
trying
own.
to make things funny.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're such
I'm-
a serious
I'm-
bunch. We've always got, it's like a librarian conference in here.
It reminds me a lot, actually. In early Kalimdor, the shamans would gather around and they would make sacrifices
Yeah,
based
totally.
on their personal family totems.
Yeah.
And some of the sorry, I'm just getting a bit emotional here. Some of the
I always get
shamans.
emotional at totems.
Sorry, some of the shamans did some really, really disgusting things to some of the native tribes of Kalimdor, and So I can't talk about it anymore. I can't talk about it anymore, Scott. I can't talk about it.
That's all right. We're gonna play this
It's
every
so
time.
serious.
Yeah, it's so serious.
God, it's so serious.
Every time you do that, I'm gonna play this Invincible music, and we're gonna think real hard about it. Oh, serious.
One time there was a guy, and he died. Then there was another guy. He also died.
And then the
This
goblins
next
made
guy
a motorcycle.
died, but he didn't die in a cutscene, so he's actually alive.
Fantastic.
This guy was dead, but he came back.
Yeah.
Then he died again.
Yeah. You might ask.
The
But
question
this time he
is,
died.
what are
as a
we
good
doing
guy.
here?
There you go. Alessandra wrote in, says, hey guys, the feature of Legion I'm most excited about is the transmog tab, when my alts will be able to wear all of the gear I pick up in old raids and finally get a bag space back again. I used to sell old raid gear I couldn't use, but now my bags are fuller than ever because I don't care, or I don't dare delete in case any alts want to wear it one day, says Alessandra. There's no help for you. He wants to know how we can help. There really isn't any help right now except for void storage, but you need to just be, you are rightfully excited about that feature. It's
Yes.
very good. It's something they
void
should-
storage.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
Why don't you store them in void storage? Maybe he doesn't know that thing exists.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe he doesn't know about void storage. Go
Yeah.
talk to
Or
the
maybe
first.
try save some cash.
Go look for a mummy, glowing mummy man somewhere, and he'll give you some storage. It'll be fine.
Usually in
And
some
also,
sort of a town, a
Yeah.
main town,
A town, a
There'll be
city,
guy,
a city. Yeah, I know what you're
Just
saying.
Google void storage and
Or
maybe
ask a
with
grunt.
WoW.
Ask a grunt where the
Ask a
void
grunt,
storage
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, the transmog tab is super exciting, but it's the most excited thing for you, and the most exciting thing for you in Legion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a new
For him,
class. But okay.
I cannot wait to dress up. Oh, all the outfits I will wear.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
All right. Question from this listener about why to keep playing.
Just a quick thought. I love Warcraft, been playing it forever, but lately, like everybody, it's been kind of blah, harder to get into it. But I play a ton of Heroes, play Hearthstone, got into Diablo the other day. But it bugs me that I'm still paying for Warcraft and not getting anything out of it if I don't play it a whole lot.
How about
Thanks.
this? How about this guild? This players guild of paying that $15 a month and not playing it very much.
Feel
right
it,
now.
man.
Well,
I feel it.
so the
Yeah.
thing is, WoW is not so much a subscription service as it is a way of life. And I think you should really consider things very seriously before you decide that you want out of that way of life. Really, World of Warcraft, you're not really paying for the privilege to play the game. You're paying for the privilege to say that you are part of this community. So I think you should keep paying forever, and whether or
That
not
is some
is
Blizzard
kind of
PR
irrelevant.
right there.
Yeah,
My God.
that was a
Never
weekend
before
of
has it been
training.
said so beautifully.
Sheesh, man.
That's
I
straight
think
out
that's
of the
fine.
manual.
Of course,
all of my other
people-
subscriptions, though. In
people
that,
drop
I'm like, oh, what?
off.
Am I still subscribed to that? Oh shit! Sorry, I did not even know that. Like, there's apparently a magic number. I think it's like 3 or 4, which is like the number of subscriptions people have and forget about.
To things they don't
when they have
know,
more
yeah.
than that, suddenly they start looking at their bank balance and going like, "Oh, I must have. Where's all this money going?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! I'm still sub to WoW."
Yeah.
I'm
So,
paying-
yeah.
It's, for me, I'm paying the gym still. And I'm
Exactly.
still paying Netflix. What?
Yeah.
Netflix now I'm trapped in because they said we bumped the price up. So if you leave and come back, it's going to cost you more. So you might as well just stay.
Did they do
And I'm
that?
like,
They did
oh.
that, didn't they? Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they bumped up the streaming stuff because a
Yeah,
lot of
just
people are doing that now.
Oh gosh, that's right. That was an ugly day. I remember that. Anyway,
But
Patrick.
yeah,
yes.
just stop paying now, and when you want to play again, you can come back.
It's true. Like I still pay because I still log in
Well, we
enough
do a
times,
show,
right?
and we do a show about
Well,
it, so we
Yeah,
want to be.
but I mean, I also log in enough. Like whether I did the show or not, I log in enough times that for me it's still worth it. But if you're literally never logging in,
Yeah, don't pay it.
then what are you doing?
Yeah, cancel it. You can come back anytime.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. I mean, we don't, not that, I mean, Patrick, if he wasn't not working at Blizzard anymore, he probably wouldn't say the words cancel and come back later. But
Oh no, I would say, what? It's only what is it, like $12? Are you really gonna miss it? I mean, just keep it on in the background. It's just a hassle to unsub, and you're gonna come back for Legion anyway. So just leave it on. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
You love the game, and the knowledge that at any point, if you want to log in, you just can go in and play the game without having to go and resubscribe and all of that crap. Just leave it on.
That's
It's-
worth
it's
To
more
not-
remember,
alone,
like, how
right
many
there.
numbers off your credit card to type them in again? Oh, come on. Just leave it there and
Yeah.
forget about it.
I'd love
It's
to
not
transfer
worth it.
you to my manager, but that's really difficult for me. And so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna transfer you to my buddy over here,
Yeah,
Carl.
yeah.
He'll talk to you.
Yeah,
about it.
D-bag Carl, he'll do it. Hey, did you ever find the
No,
origin?
just give me the money. Come on.
To
You're
turn-
wasting money. Give it to me.
Or Dills, did you ever find the origin?
Oh,
of
the origin of douchebag Carl.
I can't remember
So
where it came
I was
from.
told that it was actually on the tour edition.
So when we were doing that tour shows where we said, okay, I wondered about that.
because all these people I think were hunting for it, and they were like, I don't think it was on the instance.
Yeah.
I think it was on instance
It was
tour.
that tour thing, yeah.
Ah,
Well, there you go.
explains why I didn't hear it because I listened to all of ours.
Oh.
Oh.
Not those ones.
Talking about customer service, did you see the last episode we discussed someone had an issue with customer support and he was really angry, and I said, it's super good. The customer support at Blizzard is super good, and every month like there's a story of customer support that makes it to Reddit, and like 4 days ago there was one that made it to Reddit. I was super happy. It was a guy who got married and he was playing with his wife, and he was on a different server or something, and the game master fixed their problem and sent them without, they were newlywed, and he didn't say anything, but when his wife logged in, there was a whole pack of like wedding rings, like in the game, wedding rings, the clothes, like the dress and the tux,
Oh.
and a cake and like a bunch of stuff. It was super
I'm going to
cute.
report
So-
him. You're not allowed to spawn items in that haven't been attained through the game. So
Yeah.
he's damaging everyone's play experience.
I think
Yeah.
both of those players should now be banned. Because,
I hope they are.
Yeah.
I hope they
Yeah.
already are.
Well,
I do too.
now that we've brought it to light, this horrible crime against humanity, they'll take fire.
Ridiculous, isn't
This
it?
is the guy Patrick was talking about.
Wow, it's huge.
No, that's sorry, wrong guy. Wrong guy. Dang it! I thought I had it. I kept his
Wow.
outrage.
that was
somewhere.
pretty good though.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think that was perfect.
I've lost it. Hold on, is this it?
I'm over 72.
That's not it. All right.
That's
Wow.
also-
Definitely
You are
not
so
it.
professional, Scott.
I
How
know.
many years have you been doing
I
this
know
whole
it's been.
podcasting
You'd think
thing?
I'd have it all worked out, but
Yeah.
I don't.
You got it. You got it. sorted.
The other. I was gonna say. We did get a lot of emails about this whole mounts being on different servers and stuff, and most people reported great interactions with customer service. So I'm not sure why that guy had such a hard time, but can't win them all, I suppose. Why only two? Oh no, here's a question. So how is Morales in Heroes worth picking up? Jacob, yes, she's great, worth picking up. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
She breaks my immersion, Scott. Like,
Don't
you know,
you-
you'd be in the caves, you'd be there trying to, pick up the skulls,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, a medevac in a cave
Yep.
drops the other team at the boss. I was like, what's going on?
That is a sneaky trick. That thing.
That
Yeah.
is sneaky and messed up.
Yeah,
in every
it's
way.
a little OP if I'm going to be honest. And I'm seeing
Of course
a lot
it is,
of
Scott, because she's a premium character at the moment.
I know, but I'm seeing
Yeah.
a lot of teams that are very good coordinated teams stepping out of team league and spending time in quick matches to see if they
Well,
want to keep her as
Yeah,
part
they're
of their
trying to
roundup.
figure her out. Yeah.
Which sucks for everyone who's just trying to play a nice quick match and doesn't want to get annihilated by a
Well, you
semi-professional
shouldn't be
team.
facing them unless you're playing with a bunch of buddies, though.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing by yourself, you shouldn't be.
And that's
facing
the problem
full
I'm
five
running
guys.
into is I'm playing with four
Yeah,
other
you're
friends.
logging in. You're playing with Team Chocolate.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah,
And we do okay, but we're getting edged out, and it's these teams that are just like stacked. But anyway, she's really fun. She's really interesting.
she's so busy though. Like when I play her,
Mm.
like have you played as
Oh, yeah.
Morales yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm clicking more than I've ever clicked before
Yeah,
when I'm playing as
You
her.
totally are, which is funny because
You're-
one of her abilities, her Q ability, is actually a channeling thing that you don't have to manage,
But you
but
need to,
do.
but you have to turn it off or you run out of mana, and so you have to manage it. Like you can't just
Yep.
turn it on, and then you have to decide who it goes on to and switch.
Yep.
So in a team fight, you're constantly rather than group heals, which a lot of the healers have,
Yeah.
you're basically just constantly clicking on who's taking damage.
Yeah.
And then normally you're constantly putting it on someone and then taking it off, which D toggles it off.
Yeah.
So you're riding the Q button and you're riding the D button and you're trying to auto attack and you're trying to shoot your little grenade that bounces people
Easy.
back and you're trying to put a shield, and the only way you can heal yourself is with the shield, which isn't the heal at all. or run away from damage. It's just there's a lot.
Or there's a trait
lot
later, but you're totally right.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do, and it doesn't seem like it when you start. You're like, oh, I just hit Q and I keep fighting and go along, and nothing will, and then no. You got a lot more to worry about. She's super interesting. I think she's cool.
I've had great, and I feel like when I'm doing well, it's making a huge difference. Like when I'm playing her well, I'm clicking a lot. It almost feels like I'm playing a healer in WoW when I'm playing Morales.
Yes.
Like I'm just constantly clicking stuff.
Yeah, or moreover, I'd say it's like a hero in Team Fortress 2 or even Overwatch. There's that channeling thing, that feeling of like I need to keep up with this guy and keep him channeled while I'm running through this area.
Yeah,
and
you gotta stay within range of people. There's a lot to do.
It's very interesting. This email is Craig Jenkins, who says, got a couple of Craigs today. Says, anyone playing the new prologue missions in Legacy of the Void? Oh, we already talked about it. I think it's pretty cool. I like it so far. Anyone else played it?
I haven't played it yet. No.
Yeah. I think it's cool. It's a nice story, and we get Artanis
I
doing his
pre-ordered
thing.
so I could do it, but obviously I haven't done it. So
Artanis is a badass. He's so cool. Anyway,
I haven't pre-ordered yet, so
here's a racist question. Not really racist, but here you go.
Hey, Scott Dills, Terpster, and Patrick. This is Joe Huck over on Darkspear. I was wondering what you guys thought about the Demon Hunter being only two races. That's even more exclusive than the Druids. So it's only Night Elves and Blood Elves. And also, I think they have Warglaives, which should be a brand new weapon type, which I've never seen before. What do y'all think about that? Thanks. Keep up the good work. Love the show.
Anyone still upset that Legion only features two races that can be?
I think they said that they'll do it later. So like 2 expansions from after Legion, you'll be able to roll a Gnome Death Knight.
It'd
and
be really weird if you got like Panda Demon Hunters. Like what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but is that any weirder than Undead Hunters or whatever the crap, or Shaman on the Hordes or on the Lion side?
It isn't, but it's I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. It does make sense, with the lore and the story of the game. It makes more sense than just these two races can do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, I'm sure you're going to find those two people who are super upset about it, but I don't think. Are we upset about it?
No, I don't care.
No, I don't care.
I don't like. I'm not a big Blood Elf fan, and I tend to play Horde, so I'm not excited about having to roll another Blood Elf. But they annoy me is all. They're just annoying and cocky.
You don't like the little jumpy spin thing?
No, and I don't like his laugh, and I don't like.
But that jumpy spin now is of its utility with your double jump. So,
there you go. Yeah.
Good
it was
point.
The two races that had the quirky jumpy thing are also now able to double jump.
Yeah.
So
Night Elves,
it makes sense to me.
As a Horde guy, this is weird for me to say, but I think Night Elves are just maybe the coolest race in the entire game. And I would like to be one of them, probably. So
you pronounce gnomes really weird, but yeah, I agree with you. Gnomes are the coolest race in the game.
Night Elf, gnomes, pretty close. Still no gnome hunters though. That's been a thing that's never happened.
Thank God.
Yeah, I guess so. That's it. That's your calls. That's your emails. Thank you guys for sending those in, because when there's not a lot of WoW news or even other Blizzard news leading up to BlizzCon, it gave us something to chew on. So we appreciate that very much. Please send your continued feedback, thoughts, comments, and stuff to Instance Show on Twitter. You can find me at Scott Johnson, Willie Dills on there as well. _T for Terpster, and not Patrick for Patrick. We're at theinstance.net. Anybody have anything big this week they want to mention? Anything going on that's cool? Terpster, I know, is busy with his mistaking mics for bottles of beer. What else?
Yeah, no, nothing really. So sadly not. Yeah,
right.
I'm just keeping on, really.
Yeah, hypotheticalhelp.com.
Check out hypotheticalhelp.com.
Yeah.
Or go to patreon.com/hypohelp. We need your help to keep it going.
Keep it on
Last
the air.
week, a lot of people, again, realized they had a subscription. And was like, what? Am I paying for that crap? The way I like to look at it is I value a laugh around about 25 cents.
Sure.
If I make you laugh 4 times during Hypothetical Help, it's worth $1. Give us $1.
Yeah.
But note that Patreon takes a little bit, so maybe make it like $1.25.
Yeah, $1.25.
Just in case.
Go cray.
That's a
Go
good
cray.
idea. Go
I don't
cray.
mind. Whatever, whatever you guys fancy.
Plus,
But yeah.
PayPal upped their fees, their transaction fees. So
Oh,
maybe
really?
make
Did
it
they?
$1.75.
Mother truckers.
I know.
They upped them.
Yeah, they went up a little bit.
They're Netflixing us?
No. No, it's not
God
like
damn you, Elon Musk!
it's a
Keep
tiny.
your aspirations on Earth, not Mars.
It's like another 2 or 3% or something. It doesn't sound like much, but it adds up.
That's
going to be my new thing, though. Anytime prices go up, you're Netflixing me? Are you Netflixing me, bro?
Yo, bro, back down. Patrick, what's going on? Pixels, you got that going? That's good. I love that show.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, considering you're not doing Boop like almost at all, I had to do something.
I put a show up yesterday, you dingleberry.
You did?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're supposed to put 2 a week.
I know. Right now it's 1 a week. I'll get this book done. I'll get back to it. Don't worry.
But yeah, Pixels, we had Tom Merritt on the latest episode, and we do video game news, and it's kind of like serious industry discussion analyst type stuff. So if you want to have a gaming news show that is a little bit on the serious side, you can go listen to Pixels at FrenchSpin.com. Also, sometimes we do silly stuff as well.
Yeah, and you'll be on Current Geek tonight, which I'm excited about.
Yeah,
don't
super
forget.
excited
Stay up all night. Drink lots of coffee. Everything will be fine. Dills, what's going on? Anything?
Yeah, I got some stuff going on. So I've actually joined the Stormcast, which is a Heroes of the Storm podcast. So that is going to be moved to Mondays at 8:00. So if you like to listen to the Angry Chicken, just stick around for some Stormcast, which will happen right after. Well, actually, it's on a different channel.
With
but
Mick Montgomery, big fan of Mick. He's awesome. That guy's great.
Mick Montgomery is great, and Notch is a really fantastic Heroes player and really knowledgeable, and also a great podcaster in his own right. So
very cool.
Happy to be working with those guys. It's been a lot of fun so far. But yeah, permanent member now of Stormcast.
Nice.
And also, we now have, due to Patreons being amazing, we have a Thursday episode of The Angry Chicken every single week. Which is devoted solely to the Tavern Brawl. So you can check us out on Mondays for TAC Prime, and then on Thursdays there is the Tavern Brawl episode. So check that out.
Nice. Sounds good to me. There's a billion things happening at the network. Go check it out, frogpants.com, for all your needs. Theinstance.net is our website. Big thanks to Paul Swickard for taking care of the website. The theme was created by Matthew Oxley. More shows like this at frogpants.com. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Well done, everyone.
Amazing.
Yeah. So,
I got like 4 wins in Arena during that. It was amazing.
Nice.
I'm on 7-2.
Yeah.
And this was a deck. I was getting absolutely obliterated while streaming. I lost like 100 games. So I turned it off. There was a point when I was streaming when literally I just turned off all of my OBS stuff. It was still broadcasting, but just everything was muted and black.
Yeah.
And just walked away for 5 minutes to breathe. It was that level of and I came back and lost another 3 games.
Wow.
Did an Arena, lost twice. Now playing casual, relaxed, having fun with you guys. 7 wins.
Guys, a reminder that today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Audiblepodcast.com/wow is where you can get a free audiobook on us. Maybe something like the new Lock and Key by Joe Hill, son of Stephen King. This is based on the fantastic, high-selling comic Lock and Key, the graphic novel. And it's pretty rad. Narrated by Haley Joel Osment, Talina Massanellini, I don't know how to say your name, Kate Mulgrew, a few others. It's casted. That means there's like acting. And that's an amazing piece of source material. Here's a sample.
Key House, a rambling mansion and the repository of a vast collection of unlikely keys, capable of unlocking doors to the impossible, has stood astride Lovecraft Sound in northern Massachusetts for
All right, so just like his dad, it's always in Massachusetts. Jeez. Anyway, that's Lock and Key for free, or any audiobook you might like. Choose from over 150,000 titles across all types of literature, not just fiction and fantasy and horror. It is Halloween, though. I suggest a little horror. Maybe a little Stephen King himself. Why not? Go to audiblepodcast.com/wow and get it for free right now. That's audiblepodcast.com/wow.
Chemical Company rebrands to spice up its product line. It's the Overly Dramatic News. I'm Hunts the Wind. Though spring is usually thought of as the season of renewal, sometimes the pleasant days and crisp nights of autumn can also inspire change for the better. Such are the hopes of Kalimdor Concoctions, a small Orgrimmar-based alchemy dealer looking to expand its business. Taking a cue from the harvest season, the company announced today that it is renaming itself Pumpkin Potions and launched an advertising campaign with the slogan, "Time to make the potions." Instead of the foul tastes and smells usually associated with potions and flasks, they will specialize in flavored fluids such as pepperminty treasure-finding potions, cinnamon apple fruit of knowledge intel flasks, and coconut-flavored sometimes you heal like a nut super healing potions. But its main product line will feature its namesake fruit in such items as pumpkin-spiced mana potions, ready-made pumpkin bread mix for mages, just add conjured water, and massive pumpkin pie feasts that can serve all of your Flex Raid needs. It remains to be seen if adventurers will be willing to pay extra for what many would call frou-frou drinks, but the company is hopeful that its new product line will help it squash the competition. Broadcasting across all Azeroth, I'm Hunts the Wind. Check out the archives at overlydramaticnews.com or follow me on Twitter at Hunts the Wind.
Oh, Ludra the Mage here.
And I'm Ben the Mage.
Ben, some of these team names suck.
Aludra, it's not our fault that our team names are named stuff like, Scattered Thoughts or, what were we talking about?
Team names, Ben. And I'm not talking about ours. Ours are pretty funny. I meant the ones for other teams.
Oh, right, like Scattered Thoughts and,
No, Ben, not ours.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Well, Ben tries to collect his thoughts, and I just stare in awe. Make sure to check out Battle Pets number 72, Inferno and Aqua, where we talk about boss battles, read some emails, and,
Scattered Thought.
Right. Team building.
What?
Never mind, Ben. Have a cookie.
Ooh, a cookie.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.